If you want to create notes, you just need to choose the person. Here you press profile, here options, and here you can see notes. Notes we leave also for our convenience to explain what happened and maybe to meet the guest expectation next time better. It's just new text that you want, you know. And here, if you want to do billing, and Opera asks us usually password when we doing transactions. When we pay something, or just pay something. Here we can finally people who are checked in. So we select. And here we post, like for example, something they use. Okay. Yeah, post it. And close. So if you want to do transaction, then you press in the middle, and here you can see transfer transaction. If you want to transfer room to another room or to another person somewhere, it's up to you. And you can also transfer to the guest or also check in. So transfer. That's how to do the transaction. And now I want to show you how to check out. We'll stay in the same profile, and here you can see settlement. In this case, in this Opera, we put early virtual hours, and room and tax charges have been posted. Okay. So let's change it. I prefer to, yeah, and here amount to the amount of stay post. And yeah, you put dirty room. So here you can see that it has been paid, and zero amount is a pen only. So if you want to reinstate, first thing you press here, and that's it. How do you check out? Hello everyone. Today I want to talk about traces. So first of all, we are going to front desk. If we have something that already exists in traces, here you can see traces. You can go there and to check if some department leaves traces for some of guests. And I think traces, it's very important to avoid your co-worker in front desk. On the left side traces, it's traces what we already have done, which existed. And here you can check the latest traces and the latest updates. And if you want to create new trace, so you're going to arrivals, you find the guest, doesn't matter, I will just show you on the first one. So here in options, we choose options, and the last one is traces. We press here, and here is the window that you should fill. Actually, department code. Here you need to select to which department you want to leave traces, and it will send them automatically, and they will select. So you don't need to go in and to talk with somebody. So here you select, you just press cross, and then you put OK. But I don't want to make any changes, so you don't do it. And here you need to write the text, like what you want to say. Or we have an option like quick text. it's easier when something happens like often. You don't need to type everything, so you just select quick text.
Baking soda. I got baking soda.
Hello, I'm Eva. I'm from 2A class and I'm going to record share, add-on, and fixed charge with you. Okay, let's do it. We start with shares. So we're going to update reservation. So enter the name. Okay. So we have options. Find the shares here and share in order to share the room reservation with maybe guest friend or another. So we combine. Do you want to copy payment details? Yes, we want. So enter the name. Aline wants to share her room with Bess. Okay. So we search the name of Bess. Make sure she doesn't exist yet. So we don't need any more information. So we click OK. Okay. And split, make it the same. So the second one is add-on, and how to use it in order to be more efficient, and it can copy paste and some same information, reservation information, and some details, and give an opportunity to like change it, add on or change the date. We can do it on that. So we start it and so we find add-on. Still sweet. Okay, so we save it. You can see the new reservation number. So we are done. Hello, the last one is fixed charges. So we go back and it's not yet checking gas. We have the option. Okay, so click the fixed charges here. So when we do this, we're gonna prepare the system to post the time and the system to like here we can choose only once and daily and weekly. So let's see 6055. Okay. So for the parking. So you can consider only once daily, weekly, and the other multiple choice. So we click OK, and we can get the other especially requests from guests. Okay, so we are done. Okay, thank you for your attention. Bye. And for the shares, maybe the guest family or guest friend want to share the reservation with this guest, and we can put the information of them together, and it's quite easier to check all the information of them. And for the add-on, I think it's more convenient that we can provide quality service for the guests, and we can change everything and add on some detailed information. And for the fixed charges, we can choose just only once or weekly or daily, maybe like parking fee. And it can automatically record charges of parking correctly. Okay.
Hello, I'm Julian from class 2-8. I'm going to introduce the function of upgrading. So for the first scenario is the guest request to have an update on their own. In this situation, the guest originally living in double standard room and they want to upgrade it to junior suite. So we click junior suite here and click yes, because we need to make sure the room to be charged and the room type should keep the same, because in this situation the guest will pay the difference if they want to have an upgrade. And we save it and click OK. And for the second scenario is the hotel wish to provide a free upgrade for the guest. So we can see now the guest is living in double standard room, but will upgrade to junior suite, but keep the rate to be charged and changed for the guest. So you can see, although the guest is living in junior suite, but she is paying at a double standard rate. For third scenario is down rating. So for example, the guest is living in junior suite. Instead of paying junior suite, we will change his rates a bit downwards to a business double. So actually he's living in a junior suite but paying at a lower price for the room. So this is what we call a down rating. I think upgrading is a very useful function because it shows the room type that guests are leaving and also the rooms to be charged very clearly. And it allows the staff to upgrade or downgrade the room according to different situations, and it may lead to a higher guest satisfaction. But one thing has to improve is that I think there should be one more button to input the reason for upgrading, because it may be more clear for other staff who handle the same reservation. So this is a normal reservation, so we do the routing for the first option first. Option, routing, for example, the room. For example, room 337 Mississippi would like to pay the F&B charges. For this guest, so we click OK here, close. So when we see a routing here, it's done. So for the second case, it's still the same. In this case, instead of a room, I guess in a room, it's select a travel agent or the company would like to pay on behalf. So maybe for this case, First Travel would like to pay for the transaction for room and tax for this guest. So we click here. And we click OK. So done. I think routing is a very useful function. It clearly shows that which party is going to pay which type of cost for the guests. For example, like the room or another travel agency or the company would like to pay on behalf. So it makes the reservation more clear. However, for this function, I think there's a limitation. For example, guest A is booked by a travel agency, so the travel agency is going to pay on behalf of the guest for maybe for the room charge. At the same time, maybe another room would like to pay this guest with the F&B charge, just like the example I've just made. That you can see the limitation is that the two routing cannot be done at the same time. It must be done maybe separately. So I think this is one of the limitations for this function. So now I'm going to teach you how to do the batch posting function. So we click sharing and then we click batch posting here, or either we can click the function up here, also sharing and batch posting. And we log in now. So first of all, we choose the code is for breakfast maybe. So we click breakfast and then we input the amount, maybe it's $50. And then we click multiply by number of adults. And we can search a guest by room or by the name. So we click here, maybe the name, and then we search, and it comes out maybe the first two guests consume the breakfast at the same rate, so we can click day 2. Then we also include the guest who is due out today, and we click OK. So yes, and then we can see the details. After checking, you click OK and close. The function of batch posting allows us to post the same charges to a batch of guests at the same time, so we actually avoid repeated work and increase our working efficiency. However, for this function, there is a limitation. Is that, for example, if the guests consume breakfast at the same time, however at a different rates, we can't use this function to record at the same time. So I think this is the biggest limitation for this function.